Railways, the veins that pump life into modern transportation, have an intriguing history that shaped the world we live in today. These iron corridors have transcended boundaries, fostering connections and catalyzing progress. Born from the genius of innovators and the sweat of laborers, railways have evolved from rudimentary steam engines to high-speed bullet trains. Imagine a world where the steam engine was still a novelty, a marvel of human ingenuity. It marked the dawn of a new era, transforming the way people traveled and goods were transported. Over the centuries, railways have journeyed from the age of steam to the era of electricity, with each evolution bringing with it a wave of change. The impact of railways on our world is profound, shaping societies, economies, and cultures. This journey from humble beginnings to a world-changing phenomenon is a captivating tale. So, stay with us as we travel back in time to the early beginnings. Rewind to the 19th century, where our story begins with the invention of the steam engine. This marvel of engineering, powered by heated water and steam, was the driving force behind the birth of railways. But it didn't just appear out of thin air. It was the fruit of tireless experimentation and relentless determination by a host of inventors. Among these pioneers was a man named George Stephenson, a name that would forever be etched in the annals of railway history. Stephenson, an engineer from the United Kingdom, played a significant role in developing the steam locomotive and the railways as we know them today. His creation, the locomotion number 1, marked a milestone in human ingenuity when it pulled the world's first public railway line, the Stockton and Darlington Railway, in September 1825. However, it's worth noting that the initial purpose of railways wasn't to carry people. Instead, they were used for industrial transportation. The Stockton and Darlington Railway, for instance, was primarily designed to transport coal from mines near Shildon in County Durham to the port of Stockton-on-Tees. An estimated 20,000 tons of coal and minerals were hauled along this line in its first year of operation alone. These early railways were a testament to the enterprising spirit of the Industrial Revolution. They were a practical solution to an industrial problem: how to move large quantities of heavy goods efficiently over long distances. But they were also much more than that. They were a symbol of human progress, a promise of a future where distances could be bridged and communities could be connected. These early steps paved the way for a revolution that would change the world forever. With the rise of the Industrial Revolution, railways found their true calling. Born out of the smoke and steam of progress, they became the lifelines of burgeoning industries, the arteries that pumped the lifeblood of commerce and trade through the heart of nations. Railways were no longer just about getting from point A to point B. They became the catalyst for urbanization, breathing life into towns and cities that sprouted along their tracks. As factories rose and industries flourished, so did the towns that housed their workers. The humble railway was now a harbinger of prosperity, a bringer of growth. This period of rapid expansion saw the railway networks burgeon. Take, for instance, the United Kingdom. In the space of just 30 years, from the 1830s to the 1860s, the network expanded from a mere few hundred miles to a staggering 20,000 miles. It was a feat of engineering prowess that was mirrored across the globe, from the vast expanses of Russia with the Trans-Siberian Railway to the rugged landscapes of America with the Transcontinental Railroad. These early railway systems played pivotal roles in shaping the world as we know it. They connected remote areas to bustling city centers, enabled the mass movement of goods and people, and broke down barriers of time and space. The railways became the veins of nations, infusing them with an unprecedented energy and dynamism. But it wasn't just about the economics. Railways transformed societies, influencing everything from daily routines to holiday travel. They changed the way we perceive distance, making the world feel a little bit smaller, a little bit closer. But this rapid growth was not without its challenges that tested the mettle of the railway pioneers. The path to progress was laden with obstacles and setbacks, but that's a story for another time. For now, let's revel in the glory of the railways, the unsung heroes of the Industrial Revolution. Building a railway was not a walk in the park. It was a journey fraught with obstacles. The path to the modern railway system was a rocky one, filled with technological limitations, financial constraints, and public skepticism. In the early days, one of the most significant challenges was the sheer technological limitations. The steam engines of the era were heavy, slow, and not particularly reliable. They were prone to breakdowns and malfunctions, making the dream of a reliable railway system seem almost impossible. Moreover, laying down the track was a labor-intensive and time-consuming process, with each piece of rail having to be meticulously placed and secured. Funding posed another major hurdle. Building a railway was a costly endeavor, requiring a vast amount of resources for construction, maintenance, and operation. Many early railway projects were plagued by financial difficulties, with some even falling into bankruptcy. And then there was the issue of land acquisition, a complicated and often contentious process that could delay construction for years. Public skepticism was yet another challenge. In the early days, people were unsure about this new mode of transportation. Some feared the speed of the trains, while others were concerned about their safety. There were also those who opposed the railways for disrupting the tranquility of the countryside, fearing the impact on their way of life. And let's not forget the logistical challenges. Constructing tunnels and bridges was a monumental task, requiring feats of engineering that had never been attempted before. The Box Tunnel in England, for instance, was one of the longest railway tunnels in the world when it was constructed in the 1840s. It was a massive undertaking that pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible. Yet, these hurdles only fueled further innovation and advancements in railway technology. Each challenge served as a catalyst for progress, driving engineers and inventors to come up with new solutions. And with each success, the dream of a global railway system came one step closer to reality. Innovation was the locomotive that drove the railway industry forward. As the railways continued to expand, so did the need for improvements in locomotive design, track construction, and safety measures. In the realm of locomotive design, engineers began to experiment with different types of power. Steam had been the reigning champion, but by the mid-20th century, diesel and electric engines were gaining traction. The introduction of these new power sources meant trains could travel faster, further, and more efficiently than ever before. Track construction also evolved. The early wooden tracks gave way to iron and eventually steel, offering greater durability and enabling trains to carry heavier loads. The introduction of welded rails in the 20th century reduced the clickety-clack noise of trains and made for smoother, safer rides. Safety, of course, was paramount. As trains became faster and networks more complex, the need for reliable safety systems became evident. The introduction of signaling systems, automatic brakes, and fail-safe interlocking systems revolutionized the industry, significantly reducing accidents and enhancing passenger confidence. But perhaps the most transformative innovation was the integration of technology. From computerized control systems, enabling more efficient dispatching and routing, to GPS for precise location tracking, technology has fundamentally reshaped the way railways operate. These advancements turned railways into a global phenomenon, connecting nations and fostering economic growth. The railway industry, once a symbol of the Industrial Revolution, had now become a beacon of technological progress. From the heart of Europe to the vast expanses of Asia, railways spanned the globe, becoming the lifeblood of nations. A network of iron and steel threading its way through mountains, across plains, and over vast bodies of water. It was more than just a means of transportation. It was a symbol of progress, a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. The railways became a global phenomenon, a marvel of engineering that connected distant lands. And with this connection came economic growth, cultural exchange, and a sense of unity. The Trans-Siberian Railway, the longest in the world, bridged the gap between Moscow and Vladivostok, knitting Russia together. The Indian Railways, one of the largest and busiest networks, became the lifeline of a nation, ferrying millions every day. In the heart of Europe, The Orient Express, once synonymous with luxury and intrigue, defined a golden age of travel. Across the Atlantic, the iconic Transcontinental Railroad of North America, a symbol of the pioneering spirit, united the east and west coasts. These railway systems and countless others have left an indelible mark on our world, shaping our perception of distance and time. They've transformed travel, making it accessible and affordable, bringing people and places closer together. Railways, once a novelty, have now become an indispensable part of our lives. They are a testament to our past, a vital part of our present, and a bridge to our future. From the humble steam engine to the high-speed bullet trains, the journey of railways is a testament to human ingenuity. This epic saga, spanning 2 centuries, saw the transformation of a simple industrial transport system into a global network of connectivity. The railways, an emblem of progress and innovation, have indelibly marked our society and reshaped our world. As we travel through our day-to-day lives, let's take a moment to appreciate the rich history and continuous evolution of this vital mode of transportation.